February 22nd. High Prosecutor's Office. Room 1202.
This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Kind of change from your office, really.
Thanks.
Look, there's a trophy or something here.
A trophy? What, that shield?
It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office is it, they must be a real stuck-up jerk.
Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice! Long time no see, Edgeworth.
Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth!
You know him from somewhere?
Of course! I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once and...
Right, her sister's a chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk.
No, did I? No. It was just Mr. Wright here, he...
Hey, don't blame me.
We're just here to investigate a murder case.
Murder?
A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot.
Hmm? That would be my car. What of it?
What? Your car?
I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. So, the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less.
No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean...
Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then?
Yes, sir. I'm a Sky. It's nice to meet you again.
Now that didn't sound forced at all. Ah, now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow.
You, Mr. Edgeworth?
To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop.
But
some of them even go so far to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? Gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky. Yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case.
That's right, I remember.
2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed them with my knife. What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was a murder weapon? Why do you carry around a knife? To be specific, it was a knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth's knife added to the court record. The murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of victim's blood, no prints. Edgeworth? Well, we should probably take a look at that knife. Oops. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that, or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth, in the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like the blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. It's kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Ooh, cute! What a pretty tea set. I come over the instant tea bags myself. Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sort of my place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend, what an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. My! What an amazing bouquet, just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? Is he Mr. Edgeworth's fiancé? I don't think so. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than the usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. He's getting way too excited about this. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So? So that K, that's... K stands for king? Yeah, you have a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors. Kinda like Employee of the Month, only better. King of Prosecutors trophy, given to Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors, at the PD on the day of the murder. That's a King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors! Please, stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of this shield broken off?
Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here.
It looks like names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it.
Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner?
Yeah, that's probably it.
But wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime.
When she says it, his name definitely does kind of have a ring to it. So, what about that knife, Edgeworth? It's against my policy to discuss this evidence with the defense, especially with you. Oops.
He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright?
Nah, with Edgeworth it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow.
So basically this says you were the best of the best last year, huh?
You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why is that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield.
The police department?
Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works, yeah.
I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, right.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday?
Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands about old cases, in other words.
Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors.
And that's when you got this shield.
I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise.
People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright.
No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence.
Edgeworth parking stuff added to the court record. Record of parking at the prosecutor's office lot. Entered lot at 5:12 p.m.
Miles Edgeworth, 1712.
This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair.
Perhaps.
It just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light.
This is a parking stub from the underground lot. And the murder took place around 5:15.
So the murder happened right after you got back.
What, right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Excuse me, what is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. Report? What? You find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir! No name of that kind, sir! Not in this report, sir! I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir! I'm just following orders, sir! They told me to bring this to you! I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir! Give me your name! Yes, sir. Meekins, sir! Officer Meekins! Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. Ooh. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. It's like he was absent the day he gave out brains and good luck. Right? Yes, sir. It caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seemed to finally calm down at least. Not in the mood to banter, damn. February 22nd, Police Department. Entrance.
Phew, we're finally here. How did they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. Police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that?
Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that?
Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot.
Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police.
We just overheard the police chief say it.
So he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger.
Uh-oh.
He noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Oh, Gumshoe, I am a lawyer. Here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. The real men show their police badge. Nuff said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice.
Wait. Speaking of ID card, I found a detective's card, didn't I? Where did they get this prosecutor trophy, Detective Gumshoe? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Huh. Congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Ah, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud, Mr. Edgeworth, for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Scott do such a thing? Oh, wait, I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. A car and a knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
I have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth.
You recognize this, Detective Gumshoe?
Detective Gumshoe? What can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. People like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. I mean, Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
First, what's with that blue badger?
I was wondering about that.
What? The dancing blue badger? It's a masterpiece.
You made a Detective Gumshoe?
The chief threw to guesses for the designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances and dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger, fate to dance until he drops. Blue Badger panel added to the court record, a work of art designed by the Chief of Detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective.
And then I said, hey, you do that, your suit will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
I guess he wasn't saluting when he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair.
I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor confessed to the crime. She says she summoned a detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yeah, well, no, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second?
Huh? Me?
Why is this little girl so peeved at me?
She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister.
Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister.
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might not want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faint.
Huh?
It's just a sensitive issue with us these days.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe? What did you do this time?
What do you mean, this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
Oh, it's true. We never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in this there is our chief of detectives. Not letting any of us rank and file detectives at all.
None of you?
That is an important trouble, isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat.
Is there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. An officer marshal was assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know the Marshall guy.
A patrol man in charge of a crime scene? It's unheard of, pal.
So this ID card belonged to the victim.
He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. It was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transfer? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but what is that chief prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot?
And Lana's confessing as much.
He's in a tough spot again.
Again?
Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent!
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people will be suspicious.
I had no idea he was under the gun.
Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. That's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What was his name? The guy in the parking lot?
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police.
Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of a Wild West sheriff or something?
Nah, Jake Marshall's a regular officer. From West LA.
For a moment I wasn't sure.
Look, Matt, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
Detective Gumshoe letter of introduction added to court record. Letter of introduction received from Detective Gumshoe allows the bearer to investigate the crime scene. I'm surprised it gets us anywhere.
Just act like it's supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal.
Nope, nothing. Hey, look here. Looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right, at least in that detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. Or overworked detectives. February 22nd, Prosecutor's Office, Underground Parking Lot. Look at the investigation is still going. I had to be getting back to the shop.
Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps.
Oh wait, no, this is, I think that's Angel Star and the boyfriend.
See you in my dreams tonight then, baby.
Oh, still here? Oh, hello? What a surprised looks, didn't I mention?
I got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a dog here. That's lost his head. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn ya. Fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog. Holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where should it say letter of introduction? It says invitation. Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves this certain Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me.
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Oh, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumpled and discarded. Nice to meet you, I'm a defense attorney. See your badge, looks pretty round. Our badge is a star, a lone star, shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night.
Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight.
Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific?
Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a feisty doggy here there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale.
I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star.
One stab to the chest. Fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report.
Goodman's autopsy report. Death due to loss of blood. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half before 4 p.m. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back.
So, there's no motive.
Goodman wasn't particularly a gifted detective. That's one reason why I didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot?
So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon.
I don't mean any offense, but... Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective.
You call me out, they shoot you for that in Texas.
Huh?
I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina?
So why are you in charge?
No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He nothing but a sad old cow dog who can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Edgeworth?
That cow dog's been kicked out of his cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, you don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out the investigation. Let's see. Name of disease, Bruce Goodman. February 21st between 4 and 5:30. Loss of blood from chest wound. Wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. Single stab wound was found.
Ah, door shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knot, maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't like him, right? We get the point. Well, no, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you.
What can you tell me about the victim?
Nope. What's that? Some sort of police passport?
This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it in a good distance away from the crime scene.
Good distance in this rat hole. If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas?
This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study it than to hang out with the pros.
Well, might as well investigate the scene then.
Let's get that cell phone that we saw earlier. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can think of anyone else who it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Right. Let's check it out. This phone's still on the redial screen.
Redial?
Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button and display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation.
Whatever, let's check this phone out. Now, to see who the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Beep. Hey, that song. I know that.
Hey, what's going on over there?
Beep.
Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you?
Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky.
What? It's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this.
Who did she call?
No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now, one of those new-fangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Self-financial court record. Property of Lana Sky. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it on the outline of the victim's body. So, wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person that would come to that conclusion. It appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Highly luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospect of tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall! Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospectus office. Dry wind or ill will, someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, till he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? I hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth is making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshot, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? My sister's cell phone. Last time it was used was 5:18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. Why did Lana make that call? What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Ah, there we go, that's what I missed. Look, something's written on it. You're right. Let's see. 6-7S 12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know?
Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goodman's note added to the court record.
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma?
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
I feel like the attorney shouldn't be doing this without police present. Well, if they were present, well, technically they are present, but, you know, technicalities. I mean, yes, a lawyer is not supposed to be going around gathering evidence and investigating, but, who's gonna stop us? It's a Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. Cell phone, property of Lana Sky. Last call made to her sister, Emma, at 5:18 of the day of the murder. A detective is murdered and the suspect is top prosecutor in the district. I got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued.